Hello, and welcome to episode 8 of the Greenzone. No, episode 9 of the Greenzone. I'm your host, Cody Russell. Joining me today, my very good friend, Ellie Mac. Ellie, how you doing?
Hey, Cody. Great to be here. First podcast as a guest.
Excited to have you.
Nice to see you.
It's going to be a good time. It's been a minute. It's been a real minute. What's new with life? What's going on?
Well, I guess we can introduce I'll let the guests know. Cody and I lived together in the dorms freshman year.
Yes.
We were probably first friends.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like some of the very first people we met. And
hungover, watching college football on Saturdays.
We used to just sit there on Saturdays with our blankets wrapped, watching college football.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Let's see, what's new? Grinding away as always.
Yeah.
My big sad update, I guess, is I am one of the people who is feeling the loss of Jimmy Buffett right now.
Oh, he passed away?
Passed away, unfortunately.
I didn't know that.
September 1st.
What the hell? I didn't even know that.
Over evening. He was my first concert when I was really little. My dad is my dad's a big Parrot head since he was young.
Damn.
And so I started going to concerts with them when I was little.
Yeah.
I actually saw him in San Diego with them 6 months ago. And I'm so glad I went, and it was a phenomenal time. Jimmy Buffett is a man unlike anyone else.
That's crazy.
And so it was very fun.
What did he pass away from?
I believe it's skin cancer, but he was very private about his medical situation. So he, in these last few years, including with COVID and everything, he was on tour, and it had to stop here and there just due to his personal health issues, but he kept it quiet. But I believe the kind of summation is skin cancer.
Damn.
But I don't think there's the official.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
poor guy.
I beat him. Had a nice conversation with my dad.
Damn.
Unfortunately, and tears were shed
by
us both, and I had a cheeseburger last night in honor of him.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
There we go. Yeah.
You want to pull the mic a little closer to your facey? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
How are we?
Oh, way better. Way better. There we go. There we go. Now we can hear you loud and clear. Sad to hear it, but glad to hear you're doing well. Glad to hear life is treating you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like this podcast, if you enjoy what the fuck we talk about, if you want to hear more, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and follow us on Instagram at the Greenzone Pod. Yeah, at the Greenzone Pod. I'll put it up on the screen. It's in the comments or in the description or whatever too. Yeah. Let's get into sports news. Football's back.
Football's back.
College football. Yesterday was insane. I had a great day sitting here, smoking the cannabis and watching every single game that I could. At one point, I had I think 5 games up on the screen because I got a little four screen mode on the TV.
Oh, fun!
And then I had a main game here on the other one. Oh, it was a good time. When shit really gets rocking, because that was a light weekend in terms of one Saturday college football. Next week, I think it's going to be every team playing all at once.
Yeah, this was not the most stacked.
No, because there's still games today, still games tonight. There was games Thursday and Friday. That's going to be epic. There's going to be times where there's 10 games on at once. So that's when college football really is in swing.
Yep.
In other sports news, Colts have named Anthony Richardson a captain. Any thoughts from you, Ellie Mac? If you have any.
It's exciting for them. It makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's your boy. You're betting on him. You gave him your all already. Yeah. Why not give him the captain badge, right? The question is, who would you put over him? That's the argument.
Yeah, that's a teammate vote too. It's not by the team.
It's nice to see. And
interesting.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys.
It's going to be we'll get into it a little bit more when we talk about sports, but it's going to be interesting. I'll tell you that.
I'm curious.
It'll be interesting. And I guess final sports, real sports is Bubba Wallace.
So I was down in Daytona Beach last weekend for NASCAR. It was the NASCAR Cup Series, the Daytona Coke Zero 400. the final race of the year before they go into NASCAR playoffs, which now begins. They do a round of 16. It's kind of a crazy race because everybody is, doing their last minute moves to make playoffs. I generously was there and able to have some very behind the scenes access through some garages, even as some of the crashes were happening. Fun to see. I mean,
scary to see.
Scary to see. Kind of interesting to watch these. You're watching these people in the garages as the crash happened, and then you look over and you can see that smoke. You never realize how steep Daytona's track is, or how steep NASCAR tracks are, until you're actually there. That bank is incredible. It's phenomenal.
It has to
and they're going 200 miles an hour. But yeah, congratulations to Bubba Wallace, who is under Jordan's racing team. Bubba Wallace, number 23. He has made the NASCAR playoffs for the first time. Little notable also as, man of color in comparison to the rest of the NASCAR folk. But yeah, congratulations to him. It's really cool to see. And their round of 16 begins today, the 2nd.
Today is the 3rd.
Round of 16 started today. I believe the race began this morning.
No.
There's 3 races as they go into that, and then it continues on. So we'll see how he does. I probably could check right now, but I haven't. So
we'll look later. We'll give you an update after the.
You can clip all this.
The break or whatever.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
But anyway, congratulations to Bubba Wallace on making playoffs there, and we're gonna see how he does with round of 16. Shout out to him and Jordan's team.
Good luck to him, and don't worry, because when I get going sometimes, I'll go on for 15 minutes just talking about some bullshit, so don't trip. Let's get really into it. We're going to start off, we got a couple little topics. We're going to keep the topics short, because they're probably going to go into some detail. First one, we're going to get into NFL talk little Seahawks, talk little Colts. This is
little Hawks ball.
This is what, a week? Not even a week. What's today? It's Sunday. 4 or 5 days from start of NFL football.
Yeah.
Lions, Chiefs.
There you go. That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be
excited.
It's going to be a good game. And then second half of this podcast will be college sports talk, because not a lot of people know about college football. It's kind of crazy, and I'm kind of surprised, but it's probably one of the best things to ever exist in terms of sports.
And this is a year that we're going to have a lot of fun, but for who the hell knows what happens. As we get in, and like Cody said, we'll get into that later, but there's a lot of questions, and what this sport looks like in the college, age is going to be miles different. A lot of parity. This time next year.
A lot of parity in college football today.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. We'll get into it later. Starting off, NFL talk. Let's see. Seattle. What are we thinking, Ellie Mac? I guess before we even get into that, let's talk about your win-loss column here.
Sure.
Good way to transition to the whole topic, because I'm
a Geno Smith truther.
You believe?
I believe.
Okay.
I believe.
So we got an 11-6 record. Let me take a look here. And let's see. Any interesting wins or losses? Ravens. Curious about that one. At Ravens.
Yeah.
No, okay. You have it as. I think I
no, loss.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'd have to agree.
Everyone's going to question, I don't know, losing or beating a split series with the Niners is one of my,
That's understandable. I feel like that happens
makes sense.
every year.
It's the NFC. It's weird. Yeah. Honestly, last year the Niners winning both was, an aberration from the mean.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I do think, though, it is going to be the split, flip-flop. So Seattle's going to come around. So when they play in Seattle on Thanksgiving, right? Or
I don't even know when the weeks lay out, to be honest.
It's in Seattle on Thanksgiving, and then at Niners,
on Thanksgiving. That's fucking lit.
And then at Niners a few weeks later. And so the thing is both Seattle and the Niners are coming back from traveling the week before, both on the East Coast. I think the Niners are going down to Florida to play Tampa, and we are going, where am I?
We talking,
Sorry,
this is early. Niners. We talking, week.
Am I
week 12?
off by this? Oh, no, I might be wrong.
Week 12? Is that what
week
you're talking
12.
about? Yeah, versus the Niners?
Oh, maybe we're not coming back from that. I thought we were coming back from...
That's about that time, ain't it?
I think I thought we were coming back from Commanders. That's why. I thought we were coming back from East Coast as well. And so I was going to say, I think we're just going to be stupid and lose something. But I don't know. We'll see. I just think it's going to... I think it's going to be a flip-flop series. So we'll come down here and surprise them. I do not have faith in Brock Purdy.
Are you going to go to the game?
Depends on ticket prices.
You got to go to the game.
That stadium is... Yeah, Levi's is expensive, man.
I know.
Especially when Seattle comes to town. I mean, that's our, thing. I've gone. I do go a lot and stuff.
Of course.
I went last year.
The Colts played the Niners. Remember that rain one?
Yeah.
Literally, maybe 3 weeks before I tore my Achilles.
Oh, gosh.
I had bought tickets, dropped for me and Daisy, and then couldn't go.
No,
and I bought them
painful.
I bought them early. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So I understand. It's unfortunate.
We'll see though. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't see anything kind of out of pocket there, or outlandish.
Nothing too crazy.
No.
I think that our biggest thing is us being silly.
Maybe the Giants.
I think that we've done... I don't know. I think we've done more to improve than they have over this thing. That might be the one that puts us... I was questionable on that.
Yeah.
That was where I think we've done more to improve than they have. Like, we have more answers. They just haven't improved as much as we have and stuff.
Yeah.
But that was one that I actually did go back and forth on as well.
What about, how you feeling about Jackson Smith and Jigba?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm
He's hurt
excited.
right now, right?
Yeah, so he just came off. He had his wrist surgery. Carol announced last week that he was, or a week and a half ago maybe, that he was going in for a wrist surgery.
Yeah.
He then was back on the field last week in practice.
Oh, shit.
5 days after.
What do you do?
Seems like it was nothing major.
Right?
I think they kept it very quiet from what I saw. It was just that he has wrist injury, going to be out a little bit. I know that Devin Witherspoon won't be playing for this first game.
Who?
Devin Witherspoon.
Who the hell that?
That's our other draft pick, our defensive guy.
Oh, okay.
That we picked. So that's who our pick number 5 was or whatever.
Okay, 5th round
4.
pick. Okay.
Whichever our number 5, like our first one. He was who we went with instead of who
Nolan
just went
Smith?
who just went to Jordan, who just went to the Eagles.
Jordan Addison.
No.
Oh, Eagles.
The Georgia player. Who's the Georgia guy that just went to the Eagles? They picked him in the draft, and he's fucking massive. And Jordan Davis.
Yeah. I was saying Nolan Smith is
Jordan Davis.
One.
So that was our big thing, is everybody thought we were going to pick Jordan Davis, and we instead picked Devin Witherspoon, and he is out, I believe, with a hamstring. They're going to rest him this first game. I would rather have him do that, though, and be strong throughout the season than him try to get some snaps in now and be out for half the season. So
which I feel like
I do respect that, and I'm glad, people trying to play through that toughness, especially in the NFL. I mean, it just becomes so dangerous so quickly for everybody. And I think I'm glad, at least it seems that there's this culture fostered, at least in Seattle. I don't know about everybody else, but with like fucking, get yourself right first and stuff. Although, I mean, that also was my issue when Russ came back early. I thought that Geno should have played that Packers game and we would have won.
Geno had lost every other game, or like won one of them, right?
Yeah, he had won the one before. He was getting back into it. He had won that one before. Russ forced himself back early. I think that Gino was feeling himself. He was hot on that streak, and
you also probably never would have traded Russ if that didn't happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That needed to happen.
The way I found out Russell Wilson was traded was I was at therapy. And I was in my therapist's office, and I come back out of therapy, and it's Tuesday afternoon, right? Yeah. And I go, and I'm getting in my car, and I look at my phone, because I haven't looked in the last hour, and I just have a message from a Jags friend of mine. Yeah, that's who broke the news. I learned from a Jags fan.
They're gonna be really good this year.
Ha 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 ha. And I'm like, huh? And so I send that, and I just I go to Twitter because I'm just I have a feeling. And I click, and maybe 15 minutes prior was when that news had broke, and I immediately know I'll be like, oh fuck, that's what this is about. And so I'm like,
needed.
And for me it was immediately, what can you do?
Yeah.
You can't make them. There was a lot of questions about drama within the team at that point and stuff, or within
the fool's
himself and his conflict versus Pete and John Schneider and stuff. And so
yeah,
at that point, a lot of people, right, thought Gino wasn't going to be good, and the Seahawks are fucked. We saw that over and over and over again for 8 months and stuff.
That's how it always is.
And so we're still seeing it. They thought it was just his single hot streak, and he's donezo. But
no.
Nah.
Where do you rank Gino in quarterbacks? Top 10?
8 to 12.
Wow.
Maybe, I don't know, 6 to 12.
Wow.
He's 6 to 15. I don't know, somewhere. He's not the best of the best.
I can give you.
He's not the best of the best.
Yeah.
I will give him that, right?
Yeah.
We have a lineup before him.
Yeah.
But he's great, and he's fitting well with what we have, and I absolutely have.
Agreed.
I have zero complaint. I have, we can nitpick
complaints.
all day, but I have no complaints.
No.
I'm extremely
You don't need
fortunate.
the best quarterback to win a football game. You need a team around them too.
And the Seahawks do have. I'm really excited for these wide receivers.
Roster.
This is going to be a really fun year.
Yeah.
To see how this happens.
Yeah.
I saw some random stat yesterday. And stats are stats, so take it as you will. But Tyler Lockett has never dropped a pass in the end zone when he has been targeted, and or when he's caught the pass. Every single time he's caught a pass, he's never dropped it, and it's so he's 75 for 75.
Wait, hold on.
Now sometimes they don't count.
No. But no. Okay, I'm kidding.
Throwing into
every time he's
caught. Every time he's been targeted in the end zone and caught it, right?
Yeah. Okay.
He's never fumbled it. He's never dropped it. He's never been bopped out of it. He's
never
any of that.
Got it. Okay. Because at first you said you confused me. I was like, you said every time he's caught the ball, he hasn't dropped it, and I was like, that would make sense.
No. But in the end zone specifically.
Gotcha.
Now, sometimes they get called back. Sometimes they aren't counted for whatever reason or everything, but that man has held on to that thing. So
red zone threat for sure.
I'm excited. We'll see. It's going to be a really fun time.
Be interesting season. Yeah, I got you guys winning the division.
Cody, 12:30 right now. Just a brief dispersion
SJSU.
from let's flip on SJSU.
I'm pretty sure it's on the same channel. So I'm pretty sure it's just the next
they
game
just have
over.
to flip this over.
Yeah, so it's just got fun.
Yeah, 31 seconds.
They won't start San Jose State until this game's over.
You're right.
They'll delay them. There's no fucking. The one thing about so basketball usually starts on time.
Yeah,
football is 10 to 15 minutes, if not 20 minutes late every single game. It's ridiculous. Just so you know, too, if you see yourself lagging over here, it's just the recording. It'll be perfectly fine. We put that shit out after the fact.
I'm just in that.
Yeah, that game was bullshit. Rutgers dominated Northwestern 24-0. God damn.
Here we go. Yeah.
San Jose State should be a great game.
As expected though with Northwestern, after everything that's happened,
Yeah.
What else do you?
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be. Yeah.
Go back to NFL real quick before we Colts, Jim Irsay. Dude's an idiot.
He is a character.
I just shut your mouth. Like you could be.
The funniest thing is,
shut your mouth.
So I have some sources that know him, and work with him, and like personally and such, not through the Colts organization. Mm-mm. And one of his biggest issues, right, is staying offline, and unfortunately this source has told me that they do try to take his phone away, like his assistants and everybody, and get these things locked. But he just he finds his way on new phones, finds his way, through passwords, everything. Like, he is incessant. The man's a poster at heart. He is just a poster at heart.
Great. That's fucking great. You know what he needs? He needs like a Kevin Durant, what's that shit called? Like the Twitters, what's that called? I don't know.
The Twitter space or whatever?
No. Where's like the burner Twitter? He needs a burner. Jim Irsay burner, dude. Oh, that's funny as fuck.
It's pretty... that man is something. Ridiculous. He is wholeheartedly into it. He's a poster at heart.
Ridiculous. Goddamn, yeah. Being a Colts fan is tough sometimes because, like, you're just sitting there.
At least you're not a Commanders fan.
Yeah. Well, they're
sorry, guys. I mean, here we go. It's bless them. But
there's a chance they get a lot of. There's talk going about to the Skins. People want the Redskins back.
I think that's dumb.
Why?
Racist. But racism.
I made this take on the last podcast. The only people upset about it are white people.
Oh, interesting.
It's because it's like even like there's a bunch like one of the biggest pushers to push them back is like an Indian cultural, because it's like a representation of themselves at the end of the day. They don't have a ton of representation. Yeah. Switching back to the Commanders or like the Indians going to the Guardians is like more of like. I like the Guardians because I work in architecture and design and such, and so the Guardians, like being named after the Guardians on like the famous bridge that you enter and such as you come in and out of Cleveland, I think was actually a really good idea. Yeah. I do think that Commanders is not my favorite. I think that I thought they should have gone with Red Wings, the flight or just stuck with the Washington football team.
I do like Washington football team, actually. I think it's pretty good. But yeah.
I think, but they're saying it's more like they're represented in that way if you have that, like just the Indians. The Indians isn't necessarily like the Redskin part, definitely more racist. I can understand that. But if they're okay with it, why are we tripping over it?
But how do we decide that, right? Like, do you just go to native peoples in that area and ask them, or like how do you how do we decide who's okay with it?
I don't know.
And such.
Put out a poll. No, you're right. It's tough to really judge.
The thing is
there's always gonna be critics.
If some people do not like it, right? And why do that when there's other options that, we do have the name change, but that's okay, right? Look at, Stanford did that. They had their horribly racist logo right there and such for a while and such, and then they've Stanford's war crime university. Shout out my shout out my guys.
It's fair, but
I don't know.
At the same time, I feel like everyone's always gonna have an issue with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always look at the. I'll just kind of put it in this way. My high school, they're the Diablos. The devil. We're literally, our mascot is the devil. And we are right down the street from a church. It's always I'm from a very conservative area, It's always been a controversy, Obviously not as much more now, but more when it first happened, everyone was like, what the fuck? Why is there a devil? Our mascot is Pablo the Diablo. It's literally a little devil running around on the field, right? So it's kind of like that thing, but they didn't change it. It just is what it is. It upset some people, but someone's always going to be upset about some shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Like, I think it's like a Instagram reel or something, like where the dude goes dressed up in like a sombrero and a poncho and goes up to a bunch of white people and was like, "Do you like this? Like, do you think it's racist?" And they're all like upset about it and shit. And then he goes to like this, like, I forget where, like a Mexican dominated area or Latino dominated area. He's like, "Do you guys like this?" And they're like, "Yeah, no, you look good, man. Like, we like what you look like." It's like the only people really upset about it are the people that are not affected by it.
Yeah.
Even with the same thing, like when people get upset about like when white girls do like the do dreads and shit, it's like, it's not cultural appropriation. And like, if you want to have that in your hair, that's cool. Like, I ain't hating on it.
I think you can still understand like implications behind it,
For
though.
sure.
I mean, like,
but there's always it's
when
like
you
looking
do that,
into
you
it.
should also know, like, whatever. But who knows? I mean,
if you're doing blackface, that's a different story. You know, like
son of a pike, you know.
That's a different story. But it kind of, I don't even know how we got down this road. Oh, because we were talking about fucking NFL owners. That fool's all over the place. But I think I posted this question last week. Like, would you rather have Jerry Jones or Jim Irsay?
Jim Irsay, I think.
Nah, hell no.
Maybe. Oh.
Hell no. I mean, you can have your opinion.
Hold on. Let me see. So here's my reasoning. Is like, I don't know. I always have questions behind Jerry Jones's intent, right? Where like Jim Irsay, is fucking insane as he is, like I still feel like he just, I mean, God, he loves his team and shit. Whereas Jerry Jones is busy doing like other evil things, right?
Aren't they all? They're all billionaires.
I mean, they all are, but
they're
like,
all billionaires. They all got skeletons in the closet.
What's Jim Irsay's money from?
His dad.
Oh.
He's passed me down, where Jerry earned his more, you know.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm saying: like Jerry, his team is actually pretty fucking good.
It's gonna be interesting this year. Yeah. I marked Seattle as a loss to Dallas. We go to Dallas to play.
Yeah.
So
I think for the longest time he's been critiqued so hard in the media that eventually he realized, like, I think he's coming more around to, it's not about me, it's about us winning. So I need to put the pieces around, or I need to set the team around what needs to happen rather than like what I feel like is best. I feel like that's part of the reason why Zeke's not there anymore, and why they're kind of evolving into this new like dominant team. Their defense looks fucking insane. Offense has weapons, and that fool Deuce Vaughn has been developing well in the running back field. He was out of Texas, right?
Yeah.
He was him and Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
So, it was impressive. We'll see what happens. Fuck the Cowboys, but I think they're gonna be good. Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Let's talk about uniforms.
This is your having a design person on a podcast. So this is what you get, is a little bit of like clothing talk. So
talk about which uniform. You obviously, like, you're biased, I understand, so you're gonna say Seattle is the best.
I think the cohesion in ours is the most phenomenal, and our rollout was incredible. I don't know if you saw the whole package. Oh my god, Cody. So we went full retro. They dropped, like, the way they even had, so Tyler was the one kind of in this video. You know, you're starting out in a bedroom that's fully styled, like, you know, like it's a bedroom from the 90s, right? And like, and stuff. And then even the website they changed. So the uniform store, they changed it. It like took a moment to load, like as dial up and such.
That's kind of tight.
The style of it, you know, on the shop was like super old, like early computer online shopping. Like they went full in on the aesthetic, and it's phenomenal. I'm so excited. The silver helmets, I mean, chef's
kiss. It is beautiful.
There was a girl, I need to find her name because we got to give her a massive shout out, but there is the little Kingdom logo that is on their inner tab, like the tag area of their uniform, and it's phenomenal. Shout out our Kingdom, which was our old logo, or our old stadium, excuse me, which we imploded. It was terrible, and everybody hated it, and I love it more than anything.
Sorry to interrupt. Speaking of uniforms, did you just see SJSU's yellow uniforms?
Yes.
Yo.
Sickos. I saw that their helmet unboxing yesterday. Oh, it's a beautiful gold yellow.
Yo. That's basically the yellow my school uniform had in our high school. My high school had like 33 different uniform combinations.
Jesus
we were
Christ.
cracked. 36, something like that. Yeah. We had a bunch of
School
different
is
color
green and
uniforms.
yellow. All right. Here's a little baby Oregon going on.
Yeah, no, we were. I mean, Under Armour, but not Nike. I wish we had Under Armour or Nike at first. Anyways, those were clean as fuck. Did you see their whites against USC? Those were nice too. San Jose State's uniform game has gone through
the depth of tone for our colors look really nice.
Yeah.
I think that they.
Check these.
Those
white helmets are clean.
I do wish they did do. I like the blue pants against the USC game.
No, for sure.
But I think the white would have been fun.
All white always looks clean.
All white always looks clean.
Yeah.
Hard to knock. But yeah, we'll see. Their gold is going to be fun.
You know what it probably was? You know why they probably chose blue realistically, coming from a previous football player. We had the same thing. So we had all white uniforms. When I played, we had all white, all red, all black. And we could mix and match kind of. We would never wear the white pants, or very rarely, because they were just tight as fuck. It's probably the same thing with those.
You see everything
No, you can't see anything. They are hard to get on. Like,
really?
All your pants are tight, but like some stretch
reason, the
nicer
white
than
material
better.
is...
They like constrict on your fucking. Yeah,
That's
it
funny.
wasn't comfortable to
How
put on.
interesting.
So I'm almost positive it's probably a similar reason, because the blue would probably be a little bit more stretchy. All darker colors tend to stretch on those type of uniforms, at least from my experience. White were always tight. Always fuck those fucking uniforms.
Yeah, so back to Seattle, though. I think they nailed their colors. I mean, Seattle always has... I'm biased, obviously.
Yes.
But Seattle does happen to always have some of their most cohesive. I hate our action green. I do not like the full lime.
What? Those are nice.
That's one of my least favorite ones, but here we are.
Do you have a jersey of that green?
Nope.
Wow. You don't even like it.
I have a gray, a few white. My Cam Chancellor's the Army, salute to service.
No, that's cool.
And then I have, I believe, 4 of our classic college Navy.
That's tight. That's tight.
So
I got we
good.
got boring ass uniforms for my I got white, blue, and then I have a throwback. But our throwback, the only difference is it's the old throwbacks are literally, it went from 1 stripe to 3 stripes. That's it. It's so boring.
I hope Seattle gets rid of their green for a black uniform. I would love a black.
You guys don't need black.
Black's my favorite color, so
here
we are. But
black, I would always say
Colts
black
should introduce more silver to yours.
Ooh, I don't know, because I feel
silvery gray. I think that you would have some
white. They don't want to lose the white. That's their main, because it's in their logo. Honestly, if we had an elevated, our all white are cool, don't get me wrong, but it's just so tone based. It's just so basic. It just doesn't look like anything.
Well, you have very traditional numbers too.
Yeah,
you have a very traditional kind of jersey. Here's my hot take.
Where's the Browns uniform? If we had a version of this, with blue and black, or
even
blue and I can see what you're saying about silver, but that also
bring
makes
that
us look
in
at
on
the
a chrome helmet. It is getting turned a little lions.
Yeah, I see. I don't need teams going all the way off of. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys don't need black uniforms. You guys have so many good colors in your uniforms already. Yeah. You don't need an extra color. The Niners, they could benefit from having their black uniforms back. Those were sick as fuck. The Browns should never have black uniforms. That's the Colts. Even I don't think should ever have black uniforms. To be honest, black helmet I do like.
I think if you're gonna do a black helmet, you need a little more black on that uniform, though.
That's fair.
I would add. You see on their pants. Well, so on their pants, right? They have a little trim of black on their on the neckline of their, or on the collar of their jersey, and then on their armband. You can see that, and a little bit around their numbers. Their pants, however, are blue with the white and a blue stripe in the middle. I think if they had done a black stripe in the middle, that would have held that depth of tone through their pants a little more, and just help them.
It's a different blue too. Now I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and it's a close up. You can see it's got the marled heathered style blue. Is kind of that texture. They probably have a technical term for that specific pattern, but
I'm pretty sure heathered is the term. I'm pretty sure.
Well, no, that's like the general, but I don't know if they have. Sometimes, so like for example, here's my far departure. Right, is like the Lamborghini has a specific type of carbon called carbon fiber called forged carbon. And it's like this shattered, molded together, right? They have like those special branded terms, right?
I gotcha.
It's a heathered blue.
I getcha. That's tight. Damn, those fucking... Oof. Yeah. But
everybody loves the Tennessee Oilers ones. However, I do agree with the sentiment that it's a little unfortunate to see them wearing it since they never... were them and such. And I'm of the agreement of
they've worn anything Houston? I thought they have previously. Are you sure?
But they weren't in Houston ever.
That's where the team moved from.
I know, but they became Titans there was the transition. They became the Titans after and such.
But the Texans,
at that point, and so they were never
just pop up, right? It wasn't just like a boom, boom. It was like they moved, and a little while later, the Texans came into the picture.
No, I think it was pretty.
Was it bang bang? I don't know. I wasn't alive, so I can't comment on it.
I think the sentiment is essentially like the Titans don't have lay claim to the Houston time period. And essentially, it'd be like OKC basketball wearing a Sonics jersey. Like, you were never... That we don't want you. That's a big transition. Like, you stole our team is what happened. Like, we don't,
But, then, like... I don't know.
I think stolen valor.
I don't think so. Because it's, like, the same ownership nice. Group and everything,
They're
right?
really beautiful uniforms, although a little bit like Bills. But
see, but here's the thing. I've always viewed the Titans as like the development from the Houston Oilers, where OKC, even it's like the same thing. It's more. Wasn't there a specific reason why they left Seattle though? Yeah,
we got fucked over by what's his face of Starbucks, Howard Schultz.
That's right.
And he sold the team, we got really screwed.
Yeah.
Big time.
I remember something.
So basically, everybody in Seattle hates OKC. You'll find a lot of there's our past Sonics lovers though. So I have my KD. I love KD. And when I moved to the Bay in 2014, I was like, you know what, my Sonics I know we've departed here from football, but my Sonics are gone. What else am I going to do but enjoy, if I want to enjoy basketball, I haven't had a team for 7 years. I'm absolutely not going to root for the fucking Oklahoma City Thunder. And I didn't want to be a Portland fan, just Seattle and Portland. That's our own little personal rivalry, right? So I was like, Warriors are hot. My family's from here. I'm going to be a bandwagon Warriors fan. Ugh. So I have been a Warriors fan for the last, what are we coming up on, 10 years now? I mean, once Seattle gets their Sonics back, I'm... Give me my Sonics immediately.
Yeah. To be fair, I'll be honest, I hate Warriors fans. They're the fucking worst.
Well,
they're the
here I am.
Fucking worst.
Nah.
Because we're
great. That's lots of fun.
Here's the thing, Ellie Mac. When we came to SJSU in 2014, that was when the Warriors were starting to heat up.
That's when I became a fan.
This is my fucking point.
I admit I'm a bandwagon fan.
Yeah, you're admitting it.
And my team is gone. I moved.
You have a fair point.
I'm the little asterisk.
There was so many there was no true Warriors fans when we first moved here. When it was kind of just there was some. Don't get me wrong. Of course, there was the true diehards. There's always been, but around campus, there was some. But then all of a sudden, 2015, and they just win a championship, and they're really fucking good, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm a fan." I'm like, "No, the fuck, you're not. You weak ass bandwagon. You haven't watched the team. You're not on the team." I'm a Lakers fan, been a Lakers fan, and grew up in the area for a Lakers fan. That's just my team. We have it just as bad. Don't get me wrong.
Hey,
don't get me wrong.
Of Bay Area bandwagoning, though, the Warriors are a lot more tolerable as bandwagon Bay Area fans. I mean, hey, that's me. Than the Niners bandwagon fans.
That's enough. That's kind of the combo that I fall.
They're even worse. Exactly I will say, because at least some of those the Warriors fans, like the Raiders fans, I'm sure. Hey, by the way, shout out the Raiders. I hope Jimmy G does well this year. It's going to be really funny.
That fool Aiden O'Connell is going to be their starter at some point.
I just want them to have I want Jimmy to have just a funny enough, like good enough time that the Niners fans are annoyed. It's just petty. I mean, this is all pettiness. I don't need y'all Raiders to do that hot, but
yeah, I don't like the
shout out
Niners
Raider
either,
Nation.
So that's fair.
But
hell no.
But I don't. It'll be pretty funny.
It'll be a good time. I'm curious to see. Honestly, I'm curious to see how the Niners do because I think Sam Darnold will end up their starter at some point. Just to take. What else should we talk about? The uniforms. The Jets kind of went with that bold green.
Jets are the Jets. I just
I do like the uniform change. Look good.
Good. No. It looks nice. I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah.
I love the Lions helmet that everybody hates.
Why do they hate it?
Everybody thinks it looks like a middle school drawing. I think it's phenomenal. I love it. It is badass. It is so sick.
Dan Campbell brought his kids in and was like, all right.
I'm a Dan Campbell sedan. I love it.
He would do that shit too.
Shout out to my friend Spencer Hoffman. This one's for you.
Dan Campbell's dumbass would for sure bring his kids and be like, all right, well, why don't you guys draw the Lions logo? Or all three of you guys draw the Lions logo. We'll throw it up in front of the teams, and whoever thinks this is the best will fucking choose them as the
I think it's phenomenal. I love it.
I don't hate it. That's funny as fuck.
It's so fun. Everybody hates it, and I am so excited. It's
I think
really
they should have gone with like a silver more face mask though, like they have on their original face mask.
Like a little more darker gray.
No, more silver, more like
shine, like chrome, like metallic to it.
Yeah.
I kind of like the matte versus because since they have the glitter on the helmet or on their helmet itself.
They're not rocking. Do any teams rock matte helmets in the NFL? They're all gloss, aren't they?
Seahawks is a matte.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we have a strip of carbon fiber, but the rest is matte. Look it up. Seahawks blue helmet.
No, you're fucking not. Are you really?
Yeah, we're up at the top.
I thought you guys were towards. That is not.
There it is. Yep, look at that. That's the matte helmet.
That's not.
It's a strip of. Look it up.
Oh, maybe on the outside. Let me see.
There's a strip of glossy, like, it's not carbon fiber, but it's like their little check mark or like checker pattern.
It's a sticker, yeah. It'd have to be a sticker.
No, it's a print. But they're matte.
They go half matte, half gloss. That's fucking.
Yeah.
Helmets. Let me see here. Let me get an image.
There you go.
Oh yeah. That's a sticker.
And
that's for sure a sticker.
Sliced down the middle, so that the pattern of like the glossy.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
The glossy herringbone pattern
that's
is like in our jerseys and down the pants as well.
Yeah.
So you'll find that throughout.
That's for sure a worn helmet, 'cause that's exactly what happens to them fuckers when you. I remember at the end of the season, you take off your helmet, and them fucking stickers were destroyed, bro.
Yeah.
You guys don't have these for real, do you?
No.
Those would be kind of tight.
No, the silver is our first new helmet.
But it needs to be more matte. I feel Washington like had one at some point. That Washington with like the dark red would be cool with the matte helmet. That'd be nice.
Stanford has their matte black. That's so good.
Yeah, I love a good matte helmet. I really do. Matte's a good color.